We are no longer Thunder Buddy, Seth MacFarlane.
No, go past this part. In fact, never play this again.
There are plenty worse places to be than the Old West. I could have ended up in the dark ages.
So following up the success of his first motion picture, Seth MacFarlane now brings us A Million Ways to Die in the West. 2012's Ted became an overnight classic, spawning a million catchphrases and making us all wish that Martin Scorsese at some point in the 80s had released an audio tape for Teddy Ruxpin.
That fucking Tommy shit. What the fuck I asked you for, Henry? I'm asking you for a favor. I do a lot of fucking favors for you, don't I?
Ted delivered some absolutely memorable lines like, I fucked over a parsnip and then I sold that parsnip to a family. It also gave us some amazing Flash Gordon references! So obviously, with the goodwill generated from Ted, expectations for this movie are quite high. So let's take a look at the film and see just how much of the actual best stuff appeared in the trailer. A Million Ways to Die in the West gives Seth MacFarlane his first chance to step out from behind an animated avatar. He plays a character named Albert, who is a sheep farmer, but he might as well be called Please, Please Like Me. Please look how adorable I'm trying to be. Please don't hate me because of all my racist comedy. Please look, I'm so cute. Now we all know that Seth MacFarlane has built his career on shock value comedy. However, in this film, I felt the problem was a lot of the racial comedy actually wasn't funny and was just pretty much just plain racist. This movie really is Seth MacFarlane trying to promote himself as an actor. Rather than actually giving us a movie, he basically is giving us a Seth MacFarlane showreel. So anyway, the plot of this film: Albert's girlfriend Louise, played by Amanda Seyfried, leaves him because he's a yellow coward and runs off with Neil Patrick Harris's character Foy. And seeing Neil Patrick Harris and Seth MacFarlane side by side in the same movie, you instantly see that Neil Patrick Harris is far better on-screen actor. They both pride themselves on being variety entertainers, but Seth MacFarlane should stick to what he does best, which is doing voiceovers for animated characters. However, Albert soon needs to toughen up when he saves the life of Anna, played by Charlize Theron, as Liam Neeson, the gunslinger Clinch, is coming after him. That's the basic premise of the movie. What did I think of it? Well, to be honest, the comedy falls flat a lot of the time. Most of the best jokes are in the trailer, and the problem is, not just with the best jokes in the trailer, but the way that Seth MacFarlane delivers the jokes. He takes so long over some of them, literally stretching them out, trying to grind out this uncomfortable comedy, attempting to generate the humour from the uncomfortable nature of the scene itself, rather than actually anything he's delivering. Now, sometimes uncomfortable comedy is brilliant, and actually normally Seth MacFarlane's quite good at it, but only in these short bursts of an animated show. When you see it on the big screen like this, it just becomes tedious and tiresome. The rest of the jokes are basically giant pratfalls, over-the-top slapstick, and stuff we've seen a million times before. This should have been a million things you've already seen in comedy westerns. A Million Ways to Die in the West is a poor parody and a further shining example that parody may actually be dead. It has none of the wit or smarts that Blazing Saddles had, and unfortunately, it follows the same formula of attempting to get laughter from the audience with a whole "oh my god, you can't say that." And by now, after years of Family Guy, American Dad, and South Park, audiences aren't easily shocked anymore. If you want to see a real Western parody, check out Carry On Cowboy, Blazing Saddles, or The Three Amigos, which in my personal opinion is not only the greatest comedy Western, it's also one of the greatest movies ever made, so you'll be getting a double treat there. And then you'll also get to see some real comedic genius such as Chevy Chase, Steve Martin, and Martin Short compared to Seth MacFarlane. If you've seen the trailer for A Million Ways to Die in the West, you've seen the film, so this also raises questions of, are film trailers now completely ruining the movie-going experience? As this is not the first film of 2014 to be completely ruined by its trailer. So yeah, I was let down by A Million Ways to Die in the West. I think I overhyped it myself. I actually thought it was going to be a rolling on the floor, laughing, pissing my pants cinema experience, a bit like South Park the movie was at the time. But then again, you can't always have that. But it's still enjoyable. I would recommend checking it out, at least if you get a matinee. And all that negative stuff said about Seth MacFarlane's comedy, I can't wait for Ted 2! So for anyone who follows the blog, you know that we don't rate films out of 5, out of stars, out of 10. We actually rate them on the Affleck curve. And how? Where do we place A Million Ways to Die in the West? On the Affleck curve. So, sorry Seth, you didn't beat Neighbours, but at least you beat the RoboCop remake, so that makes you slightly better than Forces of Nature Affleck.